What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. Today we're going to talk about why you're struggling to lose weight even if you're eating less. Okay, so we're going to dive into that fully in the video today. We're going to talk about the problems you're having, why you're having those problems, and how we can solve it. Alright, but real quick, let's run through pretty much why I'm talking to you guys, why I get to talk to you guys, pretty much why I'm here. You know, I'm obviously an online fitness coach. I have my own transformation myself, as you can see. From the left portion of myself, this was me, and to the right portion of myself, this is also me. So I was able to lose this much weight, let's say in about 6 months or so. 4 to 6 months, I was able to go through this transformation. More times than not, I've been skinny, got bigger, I've been bigger, got back down. I've been on all variable sides of it. So I can pretty much walk you guys through exactly how I did it multiple times. You know, I had six-pack abs before. So I'm gonna show you guys how to get these same results, and how, you know, some of my clients have had these same results as well. All right, like my client Robert, man, he was able to go from, he was like what, 215, 217. Now he's at 190. His lowest is at 190. He did that in 3 months. All right, 3 months. So you can see his transformation on his right hand side. Pretty insane progress in 3 months. And then we got my guy Easton. In the same type of formula, he was like 232. He dropped to, I think at the lowest he was under 100, like 195. So the same systems I taught my guys Easton and Robert and many other clients, I'm going to teach you guys here today. All right, using these same systems. All right, so let's dive into it, man. Let's get it. Alright, so here's some of the mistakes you guys are making currently right now. Alright, and I made these same mistakes as well, so you don't have to be ashamed of yourself. Because when I first figured this out, I was like, oh my god, how did I not know? Alright, so number one is you're focusing only on calories while ignoring your food quality. So you're just looking to get food in. One of the biggest mistakes I made was I had a seafood diet. I would see food and eat it. I was so small. You know, not knowing that the type of food you eat matter. You know, whole foods are going to be more impactful than food you buy that's fast food. McDonald's, Burger King, even like gas station food like Wawa, things like that, is not the best for you. You know, it's always better to cook your food, homemade, natural ingredients. That's the best thing you can do. You know, stay away from packaged food. Okay. Next is doing endless cardio without any strength training. And this is me as well. I remember I worked out in Planet Fitness for the first time ever, and the first thing I did was do cardio. Was running on the cardio. That was like everybody's favorite thing. The first thing they go to the gym, you don't touch the weights. You go right to the cardio machine and do like 15 minutes of cardio and leave, or do some stretching. Like nobody's ever went to the gym for the first time and say, "Oh, I'm gonna lift some weights and go train some weights." That normally never happens. Everybody starts at cardio first for a few weeks or a few months, and then they find the courage to get to strength training. All right, so I'm gonna break that down for you guys as well, and show you guys how guys can start working out today and not be afraid and not have any anxiety around that at all. Okay. Next, this is me as well. Following extreme diets that aren't sustainable. I did keto. I was vegan. I was vegetarian. I did freaking meat only, plants only. It was everything. I did the egg diet, food diet. It was so many crazy diets I tried. I'm so ashamed to admit it, but yes, I've tried over like 10 different diets. You know, and these extreme diets aren't sustainable at all. For me, they weren't sustainable at all. You know, I know what worked for me was more of a whole food balanced diet, to where I could have 90% whole food, great foods, and still be able to enjoy a steak on the weekend, still be able to enjoy a freaking crab boil. You know, I can still enjoy some sushi without feeling guilty. You know, so these extreme diets that many of you guys might be on aren't sustainable, and I'm gonna break down why they're not sustainable and how we can fix it by trying, you know, the method I use for myself, which is more of a whole food balanced diet, the 90-10 rule. All right. And one of the last things is you're not tracking the right metrics. All right, many of you guys are probably tracking calories only. You know, calories in, calories out. You know, that's what everybody tells you. That's how you lose weight. But in order to lose weight, we gotta figure out the macros you're eating. We gotta figure out how much carbs, fats, and protein you're having per day. You know, and if you're getting enough for your body type. That's one thing people talk about. Are you getting enough? Are you hitting the right key metrics for your body type, activity level, stress levels, age, height, weight? All that stuff matters. All right, because having a low metabolism makes fat loss almost impossible. So the main thing we want to do here is we want to speed up your metabolism and make you have at least moderate to high metabolism so you can burn off the weight. Alright? So let's dive into the video. Let's get it. Okay. So the reason you're not losing weight. Here's the reason. Alright, so the reason here, so first we gotta talk about awareness of the problem. Alright? The reason you have not lost the weight you wanted yet is all due to, not taking the correct actions consistently. I preach it all the time in my Instagram page is discipline, consistency. Be consistent every single day. It's something I had to teach myself with even making these videos and giving it out to you guys is, hey, I gotta be more consistent with my videos. I was consistent with my fitness for a long period of time. At one point I wasn't, but now I am, to the point where I can do it in my sleep. So it's like, okay, now let me transfer my knowledge into these videos and give it out. At first, I was so inconsistent with it, but now I got the same habits I got from fitness. Now I'm more consistent, So for you guys, same rule applies. Think about it. No weight loss equals an inconsistent plan and no consistency. So if you're not consistent, if you're inconsistent, you're not going to lose weight. And when you don't lose weight, you have higher body fat. So when you have higher body fat, it's going to make you more unmotivated to work out. You're going to feel like, oh my God, I don't want to work out. It's not working. The diet's not working. This is not working. The gym's not working. All of that stuff works. But what has to work is you. You have to go to the gym not every day, but you have to go to the gym consistently. You have to eat the right foods consistently. You have to go on walks, be active consistently to see the results. Alright, you can't do it for a week or two and then stop. It takes a consistent effort for at least 3 to 6 months consistently. Alright, that's what we preach here. Okay, so what's the solution? Alright, so number one, we have to create the right calorie deficit. Alright, so here you'll constantly burn stored fat without feeling constantly deprived. So you can lose weight steadily and sustainably. So first we gotta find the right calorie deficit for the things I talked about earlier, which is you personally, your age, height, weight, your activity level, your stress level, your schedule. We gotta find out what can we do within the time allotted per day for you to be in a calorie deficit every single day. Obviously you gotta figure out, how much calories do you burn a day just doing nothing. Your BMR, your calorie intake, how much calories you eat in a day. So we gotta figure out all those things to figure out how much do you need to be in a calorie deficit. I have a system for that as well when going this video. Alright. Next is you want to optimize your macronutrients ratios. You probably guys heard this all the time. And you do this by dialing in protein, carbs, and fat to your specific goals. You preserve muscle mass, curb cravings, and keep your energy levels, solid all day long. So the reason I like tracking macros is you can really manipulate your body to the T. You can literally have anybody you want just by manipulating the macros, and by being consistent for a long enough period of time, you can have six-pack abs. You can lose that 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds you want to lose, But it all is based around having a solid foundation around your system. Because we're going to have days we're going to fall off, we might miss a day or two, might be off track a day or two, but as long as we have a system to follow and a consistency, we can't lose. So this is what we're going to preach here. Alright. Next, we want to choose nutrients-dense whole foods, okay? So you'll get more vitamins, minerals, and fibers here, fueling recovery and reducing inflammation and keeping you full on lower calories. So this is the key. You don't want to go on packaged foods or eat out too much like Chick-fil-A, Chipotle. You don't want to eat out too much. You still want to have, I would say, 90-10 rule. So 90% of the food you have should be cooked from home. And in the beginning, it should be cooked from home. It should be foods that have a couple, 1 or 2 ingredients in it. Things you can get from simple ingredients. All right, you want to keep your meals nutritious, dense whole foods. Every single meal. In the very beginning, if you want to kickstart fat loss and weight loss. Obviously, over time, once you guys get more advanced, let's say you guys are a year, 2 years in, then you can start to manipulate, other things in your diet as well. But you have to master this stage first, because once you guys lose the weight, the reason people always gain it back is because they go back to those bad habits. So we're not just losing weight, we're losing weight and cracking the bad habits. We want to lose weight and get rid of those bad habits. And the only way to get rid of bad habits is we have to instill new habits inside you. All right, so that's the key. All right, and number 4 is we want to combine strategic cardio with strength training. All right, here's where the activity comes in. So burning extra calories during and after workouts, and obviously for us guys, man, your sex life will drastically increase. Yeah, like many guys. Let's be honest. Many guys who want to lose weight, of course, you want to look better, you want to feel better. But if you have a wife or a girlfriend, like, come on, you want to please her as well. And when you're not in shape, you know you don't please your girl as great. Trust me, I was there. You see me with the belly. I had a little belly. I was running out of stamina. I wasn't super strong. I was in the way. I was running out of breath. It was bad, you know. And I couldn't get erect as an author. I couldn't freaking go 2-3 rounds. I was tapped out. I'm 29 years old now, so I can go multiple rounds now. You know, TMI, but that's what you want to do. You want to have that stamina. You know, let's be honest. So this is not only for yourself, obviously it's for yourself, but it's for, you know, your loved ones too, like your wife and girlfriend. So she'll appreciate it as well, and then you'll get stronger and get leaner. So this is what we want to preach. All right, so that's the solution. All right, so let's dive in it. So put me up here. So creating the right calorie deficit. Okay, so I'm walking you guys how to do it. So step 1 is creating a calorie deficit, but not just any deficit, because most people go to extreme, eating 1,200 calories when they should be eating 1,800 calories. This crashes your metabolism, you know. And I've been here. I've been to the point where I was literally fasting days at a time, eating 1,300 calories a day to try to lose weight. But all this did was mess up my metabolism, mess up my sleep, mess up my hormones, make me freaking more hungry, make me crash. I couldn't get work done. I was done. I would have brain fog. I couldn't function because I wasn't eating enough food. And it's funny because most guys come to me in my program and they're not eating enough food at all. Like, many guys want to lose weight, but I'm like, what you eating? Oh yeah, I'm doing 1 meal a day. I'm like, 1 meal? Like, what are you having? He had to order some Panda Express. I'm like, that's your 1 meal a day? So this is all effed up. We gotta fix all this stuff. So this is where the programming and the personalization comes in, because that's way off. So we gotta go back and teach you guys the basics of what you guys should be doing, because that's how I learned it. The basics, you know. So yeah. So the sweet spot is you want to aim for 500 to 750 calorie deficit from your maintenance calories. Okay. So 500 to 750 calorie deficit for your maintenance calories. So this means you want to take your body weight and multiply it by 10 to 12, all right? And that's going to be your new daily caloric intake, okay? So let's do some quick math. I got my phone right here, and let's do some quick math. Let's say you want to lose weight. Let's say you're 215 right now. You want to drop some weight. So 215. Let's say we want to go with a calorie deficit. Let's say we times it by 10. So 215 times 10, your new caloric intake, do the math with me, is 2,150. That's your new daily intake. And ideally, you want to go on this daily intake for at least a month. So at least 4 weeks. You know, you want to stay on this intake for 4 weeks at a time, okay? And then you can make changes as you see progress. All right? But interestingly enough, this can't be the only change you make, because this is the beginning part. But we still gotta understand that, you know, you won't get the results you're looking for. You end up falling off again, or not building up any muscle. You know, burning off that fat, but no muscle gain, because you can get in a calorie deficit of, let's say, 2,100, and you're eating, your macros are off of whack. You know, you just don't cardio, you're not doing weights, so you gotta have it all. You gotta have the calorie deficit, the macronutrients, and the training style. You gotta have all 3 pillars, right? So this is what we wanna kind of work around. So we're gonna have all 3 pillars, okay? So this is how it should be. The synergy of calories and macros and nutrition. This is how it should be. On the left hand side, you got calories, which is total energy intake. Right hand side, we got macros, which is the nutrients composition. They're separately important, all right? Separately they're important. And some guys, they just do calories in, calories out. That's it. And some guys, they do macros, just macro count only, and that's cool. But when you bring them both together, you get balanced nutrition, which is optimal for health and fitness. That's the most optimal way I've learned it. And that's the only way I know, because I tried just counting calories. I tried just doing macros. I tried them both separately. I was like, why don't I just bring them together, and of course it might be a little bit more work, but my body paid off. Like I had 6-pack abs. I was like below 10% body fat, but doing that, by just doing balanced nutrition and being disciplined with my nutrition, and I found that was my optimal health and fitness. So this is what I teach a lot of my clients as well: is you want to put calories and macros, put them together, and that's how you get the superpower, which is balanced nutrition. This is what I'm going to show you guys here today as well. So, mastering the macronutrients distribution. Okay. So remember, I said it. Just counting calories is just the beginner stage, and I've been in it too. So, but the thing is, you must get surgical. You must cut this thing with a knife and get surgical. Kind of play doctor. All right. So this is what you want to do. So we're going to do some math. We're going to have protein. Protein should be 40% of your daily intake per day. So protein is good because it helps you build muscle, increase metabolism, and it keeps you full longer. So you're not hungry, you're not craving, you have protein, and you're hungry, you're not hungry, you're good. All right. Next, we got carbs. So carbs is going to fuel your workouts, support your recovery. All right. So you're going to be able to work out hard and recover from having carbs. So carbs is 30% of our daily intake. All right. And last but not least, we got fats. And fats is also 30% of our daily intake. All right. And this is essential for hormone production. And I figured out, once carbs get below, let's say 20%, that's when your hormones got a whack. So I would like to stay between that 20 and 30% intake per day. That's probably the sweet spot. That's definitely the sweet spot for fats. All right, so keep that in mind as well. Okay, one of my favorite apps to use, I don't know why the left side's kind of red, but it's MyFitnessPal. I've been using this for the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years, literally, religiously. I use this all the time. So this is where I track my macros in. This is where my clients track their macros in. And this is the best app for me. I've learned to love it. I got all my meals planned out in it. I'll be using it forever. So this is something that just never gets old for me. So this is a staple. I mastered this. So this is something guys should use. It's free, and it'll pay dividends in your journey. Okay. So here's a sample meal plan that I like to kind of give you guys, because of course I can tell you guys what to do, but I want to give you guys an idea of what you should be having. All right, but it's for weight loss. All right, so simple meal plan here is like more of, let's say, in the morning you can have some eggs, egg whites and eggs scrambled with some veggies. I like to have some veggies, like let's say spinach, peppers, mushrooms. You can have that for meal 1. Meal 2 can be grilled chicken and veggie stir fry, so more veggies, pretty much like some broccoli, carrots, asparagus, stir fry. You can mix it up, make a little stir fry. It's dope. Meal 3, I like to have 6 ounces of salmon, 1 sweet potato, and mixed green salad. Having all balanced nutrition. And for a snack, I do 2 scoops of whey protein, a small banana, water, or unsweetened almond milk. All right, so very, very simple, very, very basic. This is the idea if we're going for balanced nutrition. All right. Like I said, and this switches up depending on how much you weigh, the foods you enjoy, your schedule. But this is like what we're aiming for. This is exactly what we're aiming for. All right, so a meal plan just like this is what we're aiming for. So you guys can take this and kind of run with it. But this is the idea of it all. All right. So your habits. So here we go. Your habits are keeping you overweight. All right. So sorry. Your habits are keeping you overweight. So let's get it. So the all or nothing dieting. All right. So these are some habits that's keep you overweight right here, and I've did it too, so I know better. If you believe that if I can't hit my macros perfectly, I might as well quit, and that mindset fuels cycles of restriction and binging. Let's be honest. We all been in a point where, let's say, we didn't hit our macros, or we missed a meal, or we woke up late, didn't have breakfast, or the night before we went to sleep, didn't have a dinner, and we're like, oh, freak it, we gotta start all over. We'll start Monday again. It's like, why you start over Monday? Okay, you didn't get your meal in, you had junk food, you did this, you did that. Fine, you had one bad day that was off. You don't quit. You want to get back on the horse, because that cycle of like, everybody knows after you mess up in your diet, you want to eat bullshit food. You say, okay, I'm gonna start Monday. Okay, but it's Thursday, so what are you gonna have for food tomorrow? Some BS. It happens all the time. It happens to me all the time. you know, and my clients. So it's like, you want to get yourself out that mindset of I have to be perfect, I gotta be perfect. No, you don't have to be perfect. You have to be consistent, you know, and sometimes you're gonna fall off and you just get back on track. It's simple. All right. Next, we got emotional eating as self-reward. So you turn to food for comfort or celebration because you think you deserve it, you know, which rewires snacking into a coping mechanism. So emotional eating as a reward is very, very dangerous. So it could be a reward or punishment. Let's say someone made you feel bad or you had a rough day at work. You know, one of the biggest things my clients deal with is, you know, some guys have bad days at work. You know, I know a client I got now, and he has to drive like 45 minutes to work. And he's sitting in traffic, and he works out after work. So he's sitting in traffic, and he gets hungry. He wants to grab food, wants to grab this, that. It's like it just became emotional eating, you know, for him. You know, and when he did good at work or we had a good week, he would go out and drink. So he was turning to food as like comfort or celebration, food or alcohol, you know, because he thinks, oh, I had a good week, so I can celebrate with food. But you should not be celebrating with food. You should not be trying to feel better with food. You should be feeling better with your mind and how you talk to yourself and how you believe in yourself. Food is not a reward; it's a fuel system. So you want to make food more of a tool, not something you reward yourself with just because you had a good day or did good or feeling bad. You know, you want to get up that mindset. Okay. So next is going to be the willpower only mindset. So here you rely on sheer discipline instead of building a simple routine and environment that makes healthy choices automatic. You know, so it can be putting yourself in an environment where you know you're gonna eat BS food. You know, this can be even at work. If, let's say somebody brings in donuts for work every Friday. And you know they got donuts and muffins and this and that at work every Friday. And it's like, man, I'm on my diet right now. I don't want to kind of binge on a donut right now. Or for some guys, it's kind of like, can I just have one? Or can I handle just having one? Most guys can't do that. So it's kind of like out of sight, out of mind. You know? So stop relying on sheer discipline in the beginning isn't good. So you want to rely on routine. So let's say you eat good, you know, Monday to Friday, and then you can have one cheat meal or one cheat snack on Saturday and Sunday. You know, you can literally do something like that. Or once you get really advanced, you can really have a cheat snack every single night. So every single night could be like a little healthy, nice tasting treat. It don't have to be healthy, but it could be like a nice tasting treat. You know, sometimes it can be healthy, sometimes it can be some BS. But once you get to that level, you know, so. But to do that, you gotta build systems and routines around it, you know, to make everything kind of come into play. So you don't have to think, oh my God, I want to eat this or eat that. Oh my God, you don't want to freak out. You want to have it automatic. That's the goal. Okay. Next is building lean muscle is most important. So I know you guys want to lose weight, but to lose weight, you guys want to put on lean muscle as well, all right? And let's be honest, man. Relying on cardio alone, it leaves you skinny fat. I've seen it. I've done it. You know. So, and lean muscle shapes and defines your body, giving you the athletic, confident look you've always wanted and been waiting for. Like, you guys want a lean physique. Let's say you want to lose weight, so you guys want to lose weight and put on muscle. That's the only way you can go. You know, nobody just wants to lose weight and that's it. No, lose weight, put on muscle. Okay, so. Your confidence is going to change. The way you talk to yourself, look at yourself, the way you believe in yourself is going to change once you put in that lean muscle. Because it's two stages, you know, losing the fat off, and then you got to stop seeing yourself as the guy who was overweight. That's another thing too. It's a mental block. So some guys have to stop seeing themselves as the guy who was 30 pounds overweight, you know, and that's where the building muscle comes into play. You're going to look like a whole different person once you build that muscle. Alright, and think about this: every pound of muscle raises your resting metabolic rate, so you torch extra calories even when you're off the clock. Meaning you can enjoy more food and still stay shredded. You know, so as you start building muscle, you're able to eat more food. People don't think about that. You lose weight, okay, eat less food, lose weight, cool. Once you start building muscle, that's when you can start eating more and more food. So let's say you was at 2,000 calories, maybe up to 2,200, you know, 2,400, 2,700. So that depending on lifestyle factors and all this stuff, but it will start to increase because you're building more muscle, and that's where it gets fun. Because you can still eat more food and stay shredded and stay lean. That's the fun part. Most guys don't touch that part. So here's the main mistakes right now that you guys might be making right now, and let's be honest, you probably are making it because these are all the beginner mistakes. I made it too, so this is not. I've made these mistakes. I know it. So this is the problem here. Number one is you're only tracking your weight. So you're only tracking weight. So think about this. Our weight fluctuates 2 to 5 pounds daily due to water, hormones, digestion, stress, all the factors. What you should do instead is you should be taking progress photos weekly, and you should be weighing yourself every single day with that. Okay? So take progress photos every single week, preferably for me Sundays. So progress photos every week, and then weigh yourself every day. And then do that for a month, and then you see the data and see pretty much what has changed in that month. What should you be doing? What should you cut back from? What you should add on? And you can see how your weight fluctuates and how you look week by week. Very, very key. All right. Number two is cutting calories too drastically. Like I say, eating 1,000 calories might work for 2 weeks, but then your metabolism crashes. All right. So you want to just instead you want to have a sustainable deficit, which is going to win every time. So like the deficit tracker we talked about earlier is calculating your body weight times 10 to 12. You want to stay on that for at least 4 weeks. Along with doing that, you want to track your progress and weights and your pictures, and you want to see, okay, at the end of a month, I've been tracking my food. I've been eating this many calories, this much protein, carb, and fat. I look like this. I've been weighing myself, and I average out XYZ amount of pounds per day. So you just gotta kind of, it's more work, but let's be honest, man. The work is going to pay off because you guys want to lose weight, and you guys will understand your body a lot better because you're tracking data every single day. You're tracking your food every single day, tracking weight every single day, and you got pictures once a month. So you're seeing the progress come down and come down and come down. All right. Next is number 3 is you're only doing cardio. All right. So cardio burns calories, don't exercise, but think about it. Strength training burns calories for a day or 2 after you work out. So cardio will burn it while you're doing cardio exercise, but when you strength train, you're burning cardio at rest. So cardio works, lifting weights work. So let's add them on together. Everything works, but you have to use them in tandem. You can't just do cardio and that's it. You have to do cardio to lose weight, and obviously heart, increase your heart, get lean at boom boom. But you still wanna strength train because you can get stronger, build muscle, and you're still burning a decent amount of calories after the workout's over. So why you outside the gym? All right, that's the most important part. Okay. Stop just doing cardio. It's not making anything easier for you. It's making things a little bit harder for you. Alright? So number 4 is you're ignoring sleep and stress. So poor sleep increases cortisol and the hunger hormone ghrelin. Alright? So while decreasing leptin, which is the fullness hormone. So this is a little bit more in the weed stuff. So when you ignore your sleep and stress, ignoring sleep, that means you're sleeping under 4 hours a night, I would say, under 4 hours. Once you get 6, it's pretty good. But under 4, you're crashing. And stress can come from anything. It can be financial stress, work stress, family stress, personal stress. All that plays a factor. All right. Even stress from the gym is a thing on your CSN. All right. So remember, poor sleep increases your stress. So the worse you sleep, the higher your stress is going to be. Which means, guess what? You're going to be more hungry. This means you're going to want to eat more. And when you want to eat more, this means your hormone leptin was going to be activated less, which is going to make you fuller less. So you're going to be more hungry, less full. So when you eat those carbs, eat those fats, those donuts, that Chipotle, McDonald's, high carb foods, do you really think you're going to be more hungry or less hungry? Less hungry because you're more stressed, your hunger hormone is high because you're in more starvation mode, and your fullness is going to be low. So your body's not going to tell you to stop. It's going to tell you to keep eating because you're in such a deficit that you're not even eating enough food. So you're going to end up overeating anyway. That's the whole crazy dilemma, you know. It's happened to many of the guys I work with. It's happened to me, so I know it firsthand. I know it firsthand. I've been down that same cycle over and over and over again, you know. And it's a human thing, but we have to be mindful of it. We have to be mindful of it. Okay, it's our hormones. All right. So number 5 is not being consistent long enough. This is a big one. Not being consistent long enough. So fat loss isn't linear, because you might lose 2 pounds in 1 week, gain 1 the next, and then lose 3 the following week. All right. This is why it's important to track your weight every single day for a month straight, so you know exactly what's going on a longer time span. All right. Because most people quit during the gain 1 week phase. All right. As soon as somebody see they gain a pound or 2, they, oh my God, I gained some weight. Like, it's okay. You gain 2 pounds. It's fine. We got a year to work. You gain 2 pounds a day. Cool. Like, no. Give any plan 4 to 6 weeks before making any changes. And I recommend giving it a month, because a month is a good time frame where you can kind of make progress as a beginner fast. So if you want to lose weight, you can make progress in 4 weeks intervals. So I like doing 3-4 week intervals. So that's like 12 weeks. So 3 months is when you should run like a program in full. All right, before making any like drastic changes at all. Okay, and on this journey, you're going to have unrealistic expectations. Okay, so social media is going to show dramatic 10-day transformations, 30-day transformations, but sustainable fat loss is 1 or 2 pounds a week. You know, I've had some guys who lost, let's say, 8 pounds in a month, 10 pounds in a month, but that's not the majority of people. You know, it's many different factors why people lose weight faster. It's genetics, their environment, their background, their history, who knows. But some people can lose weight faster, some people it takes more time. So it's just all about what do you want? What's more personal for you? And what can you do with your body, your expectations, and your goals? All right. So I would say set realistic goals, set realistic expectations, and don't let social media trick you guys into trying to lose weight too fast. No, stick to the plan and follow it, you know, a month at a time before making changes, and you guys will be good to go. Okay, simple. Okay, so here's a weight loss overview and my own mastery split. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. 70% of everything is nutrition. Okay, so I understand you want to be in a moderate caloric deficit. That's number 1. You want to be in a 40-30-30 macro split. Remember, protein 40, fats and carbs are going to be 30% of your daily intake. Okay? Whole foods, you want to be at least 80 to 90% whole foods every single day. Okay? That's nutrition. Nutrition is 70% of everything. Okay? Next, strength training. Alright? 20% of that is going to be in the gym. So, let's say 3 to 4 days a week in the gym or home workouts. If you guys work at home, perfect. Focus on compound movements, accessory movements, body weight movements. Test yourself. Tempo movements, pause set, things like that. Things that stimulate the muscles. Alright? Also progressive overload week by week. So making the workout harder and harder each and every week. I would say every 4th week you have a deload, but push yourself for the first 3 weeks. 4th week deload. Perfect. Okay? That's 20%. And the rest, 10% is the rest. Is going to be 2 to 3 sessions per week of cardio. You want to mix in high and low intensity. Alright? Simple. High intensity, let's say 1 or 2 days. Low intensity, 1 or 2 days. So you gotta pretty much figure out what you want to do with that. But I would say high intensity at least 1 day when you're starting out, and then the rest can be low. But yeah, and that's the formula. That's literally the formula. But nutrition is on the top of the key. But without, I mean, even with this, the perfect plan, you still gotta do it every single day. So all this adds up. It's 100%, of course. But you still want to do the work every single day, because it's going to get hard. It's going to get hard. Okay? So this is the split for the workouts. So let's say you go to the gym, you don't know what to do. So you want to aim for 4 to 5 workouts a week. Alright? You want to have the rep ranges, want to be in 8 to 12 rep ranges, 8 to 12, with exercise 4 to 5 exercises per session. So per session you should be doing 4 to 5 exercises with 3 sets of each per exercise. Right? So 3 sets. And you know, as time goes on, you do want to manipulate the variables. You want to have failure, superset, triset, tempos, pauses, and once you start getting more to the intermediate to advanced level. If you guys are not already in there, if you guys are, you guys know this stuff already. So, So a split that I would use if I was you guys, I would do chest, shoulders, triceps for day 1, day 2, back and biceps, day 3, legs, day 4, arms, and optional if you want to do, guys do day 5, I would do chest and back. So this is the split that I would use. Pretty much starting today. If you guys don't have a plan, use this plan right here, and just, you can literally plug this in ChatGPT and say, oh, hey, give me a workout that fits this. So it's the information is there. The information is all over the place. But as far as the information, it's like, okay, information is there, the perfect program is there, but you have to take action on it, and we gotta figure out why you're not taking action on it. So that's the key, So let's say you are going to the gym, you got everything planned out. Why is cardio important? And what type of cardio can I do? So the main reason, I'll go back to this, the sex life. The main reason your girl isn't satisfied is because you need this. Like you need cardio. You need to lock in on your heart health and have that blood flow go through your body. Because cardio not only ramps up calorie expenditure, it's key for building fat, but also boosts cardiovascular health, improving stamina and overall well-being. So doing cardio will help your heart health, improve your stamina, and improve your muscle growth. It will help you blood flow all over the place. Like, you need it to burn fat. You need cardio. Even if it's going for a walk in a park. Like, I did that today. A quick walk in the park. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you can probably see that. But a quick walk in the park, it was like 30 minutes long. It was great. I got my 10K steps and I feel amazing. Because at first, before like around like 12, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I was like, oh my God, I don't want to film a video. I'm tired. I feel like, man. I got up, went for a walk. I'm back recording a video. I feel amazing right now. Like, I really feel great. So cardio helps. It don't have to be crazy. No, it can be going for a walk, relax, chill. Nice and easy. Play with your kids. If you guys have kids, play with your kids outside. Like, things like that is cardio. So I definitely am a big proponent of that for sure. Okay, so here's the different types of cardio right here. This is very important for you guys. So number 1, we got low intensity steady state. So this is more sustained, easy pace activities, like my favorite, brisk walking, light cycling for 30 to 60 minutes. It's great for beginners and active recovery, tapping into fat stores without burning out. This is why I did this today. I do it every day. I love this type of cardio. I love it because it's so low impact. It's nothing. Just go for a walk, easy. Next, we got high intensity interval training. This is HIIT training. Okay, so this is a short burst of maximal effort. Let's say sprints or burpees, followed by rest, supercharges your afterburn. All right. So you keep burning calories long after you stopped. All right. So this is kind of like strength training for cardio, if that makes sense. That's what HIIT training is. It's pretty much like your strength training, but in a cardio way. So this will help you burn fat. After you finish the workout. Throughout the day, you'll feel leaner, you feel lighter, you feel good, you feel great after this workout. But it definitely takes a toll on your body, but it's definitely helpful. It's really helpful, but use with caution for sure. Right. Next, we got moderate intensity continuous training. And this is jogging, rowing, or steady cycling at 60 to 70%. Max heart rate for about 20 to 40 minutes. All right. So this strikes a balance between fat oxidation and cardiovascular health. So I know one of the things I enjoy with this too is like, I want to say, I think jump rope is more of a speed play thing, but I would say, yeah, jogging and rowing is like ideal for this, and like even a light cycling, like something that you know your heart's kind of getting some work in, and okay, I'm getting work and I feel good, I'm sweating, but you're not taking it over the edge. So this is where I kind of like where this comes in, more jogging, more relaxing type of vibe. So this is good. And last but not least is one of the things I grew up on, which is speed play. It's a free-form mix of very paces within one session. Like jogging, sprinting, So it's like you're doing jump ropes, push-ups, jump ropes, push-ups. That's like a speed play. Or jump ropes, jump squats, jump ropes, jump squats. It's like that. It's like you're going back and forth between workouts, exercises. So this builds both anaerobic and anaerobic capacity. And it keeps workouts fun and prevents plateaus. This is one of the things that I did when I played baseball. A lot of, jogging, walking, jogging, sprinting. Like a lot of that at playing baseball. So I know this all too well. And it's very fun. It's very good. I mean, it sucks in the beginning. Like, you're going to feel like, why am I doing this? But if you have to do one of these things, I would start definitely low state first. I would start everybody at low state, and then I would skip hit and moderate and go to speed play. Cause speed play is really fun and it gets you a really good sweat. It will burn a lot of calories off of you too, for sure. Um, but all these work well. But for my favorites, it's definitely low intensity state cardio and speed play. Cause speed play is so different. It's like even playing sports. If you guys are in martial arts or jiu-jitsu, you guys play basketball, that's a form of speed play. You know, that's literally a form of speed play. So I would definitely recommend that because it's fun. You know, so that's pretty much the types of cardio right there. And we'll lead off with this, man. So we gotta stop making these mistakes if you guys want to lose weight. Okay, so the number one thing is you're overdoing long and slow sessions. So for example, 60-minute treadmill walks every day is not going to do it. Alright, so endless steady state cycling that leaves you exhausted and burnt out. So I remember I did this like when I first started, thinking I'm gonna freaking lose my belly. Was doing treadmill for 60 minutes, an hour every freaking day. Like my knees were hurting, I was burnt out. I was like, oh my gosh, I feel so dragged out. I got work to do. I don't want to do this. Like it kind of sucks. Like when you do it like that. I mean, it works, but it's not fun. It's not fun because it's so long. And you guys in the beginning, you don't have to do this at all. All you want to do is learn how your body reacts to breaking a sweat. For most guys, bro, just doing jumping jacks for 5 minutes will get you the same results as this. As a treadmill walks an hour, literally. You know. So this is when you should know your personality and know what you enjoy. Because some guys do like this. I couldn't do it. But some guys do like the 60-minute treadmill. I'd rather do 60-minute on the Stairmaster because it's harder. And it makes me go hard, you know. But, yeah, so think about that. Think about what you enjoy doing. Next is you're neglecting strength training based intervals. So relying solely on steady state means missing out on metabolic boost from short and powerful bursts. Alright, so this means you're constantly doing steady state. So let's say you get into an area where you're just walking every day, and that's all you're doing for 6 to 8 months. You're not hitting the gym, you're not jogging, you're not doing any type of thing. You're just walking. Eventually, you're just relying on steady state. So you're missing out on a lot of, like I said, metabolic boosts from like short-term boom hit sprints. Jump squats, push up, all the things you can be doing. Let's say you get out of breath, you feel your heart beating fast. That adrenaline rush, you're missing out on all that work just by doing steady state. You know, so I would definitely say throw in some different type of, you know, quick hits training. This is why I recommend going to the gym, working out, and doing cardio together. You know, 'cause you want to add both together. All right, so you can have both of the metabolic boosts together, which is the short steady state and the powerful burst together with long form and short form. You know, all together. This is what you want to do. Okay. And last but not least, skipping proper recovery. So back-to-back hard cardio days can stall progress. Your body needs to rest and adapt to go stronger. So with this one, this is more of a fatigue thing, because you guys, the reason guys quit a lot of times is they're going too hard too soon. Like it's gonna be times where you're gonna need to have a back-to-back cardio day, which is gonna be hard. It's gonna happen. But in the beginning, you guys shouldn't be going hard at all. You know, in the beginning. And if you guys do go hard with cardio, then you should know in the beginning, okay, I went hard yesterday. Let me tail it back and kind of go light. And this is where experience comes into play, because you guys gotta know your body. So for you guys, what is going hard and what is going light? For some people, going hard is 60 minutes on a Stairmaster. That's hard. For other people, it could be incline at 3 and 30 minutes. That could be hard. Speed at 3. That could be hard. So you gotta learn. This is where you gotta know yourself, know your body, know what you can do and know what you can't do. I know I can't squat 500 pounds, so I'm not gonna go in the gym tomorrow and try to squat 500 pounds. I'm gonna squat 135, 185, 225. I'm not gonna try to go crazy with the weight just because I want to get stronger. No, you gotta meet yourself where you're at, you know, and make sure you get the proper recovery. If you have a hard day this day, next day, you know, light. Hard day, light day. You're working out 4 to 5 times a week, so you have, let's say, 2 to 3 rest days a week. So use them wisely, and even the day you do go to the gym, one of those days can be a low impact day. So that's another time recovery you guys can do as well. So it's a lot of things that's more personalized for you guys that kind of can make a big difference that you guys probably can't get out of this exact video. But if you think about it and say, okay, I can do this, I can do that, you can kind of figure it out. But this is the basics of it right here. This is the basics. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. So for those who are ready to seriously take the next step and let's say get below 50% body fat the next 90 days, my Instagram is down in the DM, man. So if you got any questions for me, or if you're ready to take it to the next level, you can DM me on Instagram. Just say, yo, what's up, Randy, man? I see your video, I had a question, or I seen your video, I'm ready. You can DM me wellness, or just say, yeah, man, what's up, man? I'm ready, man. What's up? How you doing? Or just say what's up. So yeah, man. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it was a valuable video for you guys, man. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Let's get it, man. Peace. Let's go.